Their upset win, they got them back to 500. Yet again, this has been the story of their season. Last season, they were actually 4 games under 500 through 50 games. And after working some trade deadline magic, of course, that's when they got to the West Finals. Now, despite the struggles so far this season, LeBron James will remain with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what his agent, CEO of Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, made clear to ESPN on Friday. LeBron won't be traded, Perk. That's what Rich Paul said, and we aren't asking to be. This is in reaction to growing speculation about James's future ahead of next week's trade deadline. Just Rich Paul going on the record, clearing a couple of things up. So now that hypothetical question of LeBron James's immediate future, that's been answered. We also have some news on Jared Vanderbilt. Our Adrian Wojnarowski and Dave McMenamin reporting that Vanderbilt is expected to miss several weeks with a right foot injury. That's just another blow for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's going to have further evaluation and see if it's an injury that might even keep him out longer than that. So really tough sledding ahead for the Lakers. Zach, what should they be prioritizing? What should they be trying to figure out to get banner number 18 ahead of this trade deadline here?
I'm not sure there's a magic bullet for them this year like there was last year when it was very obvious trading Russell Westbrook for more shooters and more defense was going to completely change their team. Yeah, if they could go get a DeJounte Murray, he's better than what they have at point guard, although D'Angelo Russell's playing really well lately. He's just more dynamic, better defensively. This is a different Western Conference than last season's Western Conference. This is an older LeBron and even an older Anthony Davis, and this team just hasn't been the same. And I'm not sure that theoretical trade for a guy like that caliber is elevating them to where they got last year, which was the conference finals. Realistically, right now, they're in the 8-9 bracket of the play-in tournament, getting up to 6th. They're 5 games out of that. That's a long shot. Their goal should be getting into the 7-8 bracket of the play-in tournament, which is much easier to get into the playoffs. That's where we are. I just haven't heard a deal yet from anywhere on the record, off the record, the rumblings around the league that really changes their life as a team.
Yesterday, I made a comment and I said it seemed like Darvin Ham has lost the locker room. Then all of a sudden, without LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you go into Boston and get a win. No matter how much we want to downplay the Celtics, let their guards down, the Lakers still win there and got a win. The Darvin Ham had those guys ready. They played extremely hard for him. They ran his sets. So now it gets me thinking, what's really going on with the Los Angeles Lakers? Why can't we see this version of Austin Reeves every single night? So when you think about this,
Of D'Lo.
Of D'Lo,
I mean,
too.
14 assists. That's tied for the second most in a game in his career.
So sometimes when you have a situation like this, and if you're LeBron James and AD, maybe it's time for them guys to look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, we might just have the pieces around us. Maybe we need to trust these guys. Maybe we need to put the confidence into these guys. Because the worst feeling in the world is walking into a facility, walking into an arena, in an organization on a day-to-day basis, not knowing how your superstars feel about you and whether or not they want you to get traded.
Perk, thank you so very much, because when I was thinking about this when I woke up this morning, a song came to my head. I mean, my life lives in songs.
Yeah, we're in a
Looking
musical.
at the man in the mirror, gotta change his ways. That's exactly what the Lakers have to do, because they don't have many options. They got to look at themselves in the mirror and start realizing, based off of what we saw guys show up yesterday.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves knocking down threes, D'Lo whipping the ball around, almost 7 players in double figures. With LeBron James and AD on the floor, we wish we had that situation, at the same time. So they have something good there. Why is it not manifesting? Maybe it's a combination. This was a humbling scenario that they really won. Hopefully they'll look at that mirror.
The Lakers get the win, 114-105. Joe Mazzulla, none too pleased with his team's effort.
Stretches of bad basketball happen, and we can't sit here and act like that we're too entitled for it to happen to us. It happens, and it's a matter of how we respond to it and can we work through it. And to think that we're not going to go through difficult times during an 82-game NBA season is not the right way to look at it.
Nobody has great days every day. And, we're no different. We got to be better and look ourselves in the mirror, and that's what we're going to do.
So with LeBron and AD out, the Celtics entered this game as 15.5-point favorites, making this their first loss as a favorite of 15-plus points in the last 30 seasons. So I wasn't going to put too much into this, Perk. It was just one game. But how concerning is this in your mind?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I am. And because this is one of the best rivalry in sports, right?
Yep.
We're talking about the Lakers and Celtics. And anytime they match up, it's supposed to be a smackdown, especially when they come to the Garden. And why is it concerning? Is because we heard a couple nights ago, I saw a couple nights ago where Jason Tatum, made some comments about, having to adjust in game to certain things. And we know that the Celtics, what they do, they live by the three, die by the three. They shot 48 threes last night, hit 16 of them. They only shot 7 free throws. You cannot have that much athleticism at the wing position and guard position and only shoot 7 free throws. You got guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that's so great at getting downhill. It's crazy to walk out of an arena with going against the Lakers with no Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and you lose that game, but you shoot 7 free throws. They have to find that balance, because I feel like this is going to come back and haunt them in the playoff series, and we're going to be saying, damn, I wish they could have corrected this in the regular series.
Yeah, is there such a thing as being too chill? At times, I feel like the Celtics may be a little bit too cool for school. Now, they had been winning prior to this, their last major loss, the Nuggets, right? And you would have thought that, okay, they're going to make sure that they stand on business versus the Lakers without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I was surprised at how too cool for school they were in the first quarter. The Lakers forced, I believe, 9 or 10 turnovers in that first quarter, uncharacteristic of the Celtics. They also got the Lakers 10 offensive rebounds, uncharacteristic of effort of the Celtics. So I'm looking at this, they just didn't show up. They were a little bit too casual early on. The Lakers shot like 30% in the first. We know they haven't done well in first quarters. But over the course of the game, it's like, okay, when are they going to turn on the Jets? When are they going to turn? Like, someone has to get mad. Someone has to put their foot down. My question is, who is going to be that person when it matters most? Because it seems like with the Celtics, Jason Tatum's going to go get his. Jaylen Brown, he had an off night. Porzingis, I think, is the X factor. But who was the one that holds them together to make sure they push through? It was. But, yeah, we're waiting to see who that person is going to be this year.
Zach, are you as concerned as these two?
I'm not quite concerned, but I'm in the car and I'm driving somewhere on the way to concerned, because it's not just this game. The Celtics started the season 26-6. They're 11-6 since then, so they've lost as many games in 17 as they did in the first 32. And even their last couple of wins, at home against Indiana, at home against New Orleans, not inspiring wins. And the losses, shellacked by the Clippers in a statement game, shellacked by the Lakers without their 2 stars, lose a close, tight game to the Nuggets, that's a statement game. Semi-alarming, but we'll excuse it because it's a back-to-back, no-show, shellacking in Milwaukee. And Perk nailed it. I've been saying it all year. This team is 27th in shots at the rim out of 30, 27th. And that number was 20th about a month ago. So it's trending down, 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 down. I don't care how good you are at shooting threes. I don't care how beautiful it looks when that ball is moving around. The threes ain't going to go in every single night, and they're going to go in for the other team sometimes, like last night where the Lakers suddenly became the Warriors from 3 years ago. But you've got to have a fallback plan, and the fallback plan is the rim and all the stuff that comes at the rim. Free throws, Celtics are bottom 10 in free throw rate. Offensive rebounds, Celtics are bottom average, but below average in offensive rebounding. Look, maybe like Chiney said, they're too cool for school. They figured out how good they were when they were 26-6 and they're coasting into the All-Star break. But this team hasn't won a title. I don't want to see them coasting. I want to see them getting their stuff together for when the games really matter. And these last 10 or 15 games leave me a little mild concerned.
Zach Lowe leading the way, followed by Chiney, Perk, and then Richard.
How did that happen? How did Zach go from worst to first?
Well, Zach, since you're our leader, you get to start us off. Yeah, worst. But now you're first, so you get quote number 1. Who said etiquette? This ain't no country club. Was it Joe Mazzulla? Was it Mike Brown? Or was it Michael Malone?
I never heard this.
Well,
this is not fair. Can I do like a play? Next question?
No.
Next question?
No, you get it wrong.
Joe Mazzulla is the answer.
And your coaching staff, what's the etiquette on...
Etiquette?
Or is there some kind of rules?
Is there a country club?
A little golf clap for a country club. What's up, Chiney?
No, nothing.
Well, that would put potentially Zach Lowe down in the standings here. Chiney Ogwumike, let's see if you can make a little bit of a comeback here. Who said, quote, "It's always a fast break when I have the ball"? Was it Tyrese Maxey? Was it Ben Simmons? Or was it Tyrese Halliburton?
I know this because we saw some highlights this week. Ben Simmons.
Was it Ben Simmons? Ding, 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 ding.
What?
So we checked in, like you had a fast break like 4 seconds after you got in the game.
Yeah, it's always a fast break when I had the ball.
I saw that clip.
Yeah. Why are you saying what?
I mean,
Ben Simmons has struggled a little bit to stay on the floor recently, but gave us a fun quote for this game and gave Chiney a move up on the leaderboard. Next up, Kendrick Perkins, who said, quote, "Our problems, they aren't effort, they're work. How much they want to win. Our problem is that we are under-talented." Was it Greg Popovich saying that about his team, Chauncey Billups, or was it Steve Clifford?
That's not in Chauncey character.
Okay.
I wouldn't see Greg Popovich saying that right now.
Okay.
We don't hear from Steve Clifford often, so I'm going to say it was Steve Clifford.
Was it Steve Clifford? Ding, ding, ding.
Our problems aren't their effort, their work, how much they want to win. Our problem are we're under-talented.
That's a heck of a thing to say about your team, though, when you get down to the brass tacks.
That is
today.
tough.
Damn.
We are under-talented. Oh, all right, not great.
Trying to think out loud, right?
So Chiney and Perk got theirs.
High five, Perk.
Zach, we're going to give you another chance. This last one is for everyone. Who said, quote, "I love to shut the crowd up"? Was it Jimmy Butler? Was it Kevin Durant? Anthony Edwards? Was it Kevin Durant?
Anthony Edwards.
KD, I'm going with Zach.
Kevin Durant.
You don't get a point for that, though.
It's an extra credit.
Crowd up. Even though I love these people here, I love to shut them up.
That was Kevin Durant returning to Brooklyn earlier this week. No, Zach does not get to move up the leaderboard for that. But it just, it's one of those things. It's a feel-good Friday.
It's a feel-good Friday.
I make the rules and I decided.
And we agree. We stand.
I'm filing my protest with the league.
We know that always goes incredibly well. Our leaderboard now with these new standings. Chiney Ogwumike has marched her way back up from worst to first, actually second to first. And Zach, we're going to have a conversation about this, my man.
Yeah.